back to the Desert Underground podcast. I'm Desert Danish. With me is Mr. Matt Wadley.
What's up?
What's up, Buttercup?
Is it fall yet? It's so hot.
Hey, did anyone wake up that September guy?
Yeah. Wait, no, September's here.
All right.
Waking me up.
And we have a special guest here in the pad today. We got Mr. Ryan Smith, lead drummer of the Duendes.
Hell yeah.
What's up, guys? Borrowed from Love and War. I'm using it here. Hope you dig it.
And
Thanks
he
for having
is
me.
the epic, maybe better than Neil Peart style drummer of
Whoa.
Dog, my punk band.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. High praise, my friend. Thank you.
But are you?
Cover punk band mostly.
Yes.
We can't.
We do no Rush covers. Exclusively no Rush covers.
We can't.
That was
pay-
rule number one.
Right,
when we
you have to
started.
play like Neil Peart, but no Rush covers.
Oh jeez.
I think I could try.
What's up, dude? Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me. This is great, man. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So, there's another band that I want to mention that you're also were a part of at one point. It's got its place in history. Dinophilia.
Oh, Dinophilia. Yes. That was
Explain
my-
Dinophilia to me, because I've had a friend explain it to me, but I've never had somebody in the band talk
Yes.
about it.
Well,
Is there a reason you guys don't talk about it?
maybe slightly. It was my first band. I learned to play the drums because of it, I guess you could say. I was a pro at Rock Band drums to start
Who
with.
wasn't, though?
You know,
That's how it starts.
that's where, you know, it taught me to beat off properly. So
Right.
I mean, so my
Right.
guys are like,
I
hey, we're
assume
gonna
you mean keep
The
a
drums.
yes, beat
Right.
guys, yeah, duh.
beat. Is that a drummer term?
That's a drummer term.
Beat off.
Yes.
What do I say when I'm banging my bass?
Slap off? I don't
Yes.
know. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I was pulling on the G string the other night. These are funny.
Yeah.
We have funny things. No, but they were starting, they had a crazy idea to start a garage punk band, garage rock band entirely.
Oh,
about
just like
dinosaurs.
Rock Band.
Kind of similar. Yeah, rock
Oh.
band. But
You're
about,
like, I already played the video game. I might
Right,
as well
yeah,
do
yeah.
the real thing.
exactly.
I say
Yeah.
the same thing about Gradius. Do you remember that game?
Oh.
Too deep of a cut. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, guys. It's a spaceship pilot fighting aliens. No big deal.
Yeah, that's not
every
bad.
It was on the Nintendo.
the original Nintendo.
Moving on.
But yeah, we started that. That was 2011 when I first started playing drums. Yeah, and it was literally just songs about dinosaurs.
So every song features
it was
dinosaur.
Yes, yeah, dinosaur based, dinosaur driven.
That's fucking awesome.
Dinosaur
So it's like
rock.
Jurassic Park.
So-
rock band.
yes. Our
So-
first single.
Was
on
John
our-
Hammond?
Our first single is about Alan Grant and running for his
excuse
life.
me. I believe it's Dr. Alan Grant.
Dr. Alan Grant.
Right.
Ellie, the door locks.
I saw that documentary, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
It's very true to life. Yeah.
My God, I'm never going to Costa Rica. That's for sure.
Isla Nublar.
Right. Steer clear of that place, fellas.
Oh.
And I think they did a follow-up documentary as well.
I do believe so.
Yeah.
They've done 5 now.
We
Or
are
4.
number 5.
Well, it's like, you know, the Battle at Sea, you know, version, documentary style series.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's real.
All right, so you have brought with you some of the tracks from Dinophilia.
Yes.
And we're going to hear a track that has been, I don't even know how to explain it. It is called The Ballad of Michael Ceratops.
That was my name in the band.
Uh-huh.
I was dubbed Mr. Michael Ceratops by my good buddies, Chris and
That
Jason.
sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen. All right,
It was
let's hear some of
lovingly-
it, man.
Yes, go for it.
Waiting. Very punk rock.
It's lo-fi as fuck.
3 horns and a giant crest. Haircut and hipster sunglasses. Among dinosaurs
Why did you guys not make it big?
I'm telling you, man.
Dude, that is gnarly.
Ironically, that is one of the better recordings I've heard of an early like demo.
Yeah. It was, yeah, we did it all ourselves. And as a joke band, I think we did okay, you know?
That's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, it was funny.
Wow.
Mm,
That is gnarly, dude.
thanks, man.
I don't think I've actually listened to it. I've heard about
Yeah.
it.
You're in for a treat, my friend. I
Oh,
think we have-
clearly.
yeah.
Wow.
So many nuggets.
So what happened?
one big
why
pile of
why
shit.
the breakup? Extinction?
I would say, yeah.
Mainly global warming. We quit the
Indefinite
band 'cause
hiatus, indefinite
a big
hi-
meteor hit us, and we all decided
until
it was
John
over.
Hammond digs us up and recreates us from Dino DNA.
Dude, what a
Yeah.
great reunion concert that's going to be. Did you guys play any shows?
We did. We played a few times here in town. Mickey's
Here in
Hollowed
Ridgecrest?
Halls. Yes, here in Ridgecrest. And then our last show was at the Viper Room and on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. And
Isn't that where River Phoenix died?
that is literally where he died.
Is that all you thought about when you were there? That's all I would be thinking about.
You just got to go in the bathroom. You have
Ooh.
to, it's there are ghosts in there.
That's
It
tough.
really is.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's tough, man.
Yeah.
It just went dark and deep.
Well, you know,
really,
it's-
really quick.
It's Hollywood,
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
Hollywood.
Weird.
It's
You
all
can't
weird.
not.
Well, hey,
Guys, ready to rock?
hey.
But speaking of playing in Hollywood,
Mm.
your new band, the Duendes,
The Dog Side Project,
Right.
as it's lovingly known around dog
even though you
practice.
guys have 2 albums out and we're just a cover band, but we are more famous, I would argue.
Mhm.
But you guys are
Marginally.
right. I'd say more than marginally.
Margarinely.
I think, all right, dude.
Drink another beer.
Duendes.
Yes.
So I think I know what it means. It's the hobgoblin, right?
Yes. That's actually that kind of
The what?
Hobgoblin.
What the hell is a hobgoblin?
It's like what is it a Mexican?
yes,
Spanish?
yeah, Spanish folklore
Yes.
for like a small mischievous creature.
For anybody that doesn't know the 3 of us, we are the whitest people you've ever met.
so white.
So I'm not really sure where this. We do live in Southern California, though. So
I learned
Yes.
about the Duendes in Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh dear God,
The ultimate teacher.
Ryan, I'm glad you're here.
Oh,
shit.
love you.
So I don't have to talk to Matt about Dungeons.
So
and
how'd
Dragons.
you guys come up with that?
Well, that actually was the title of a song that Tommy, Jason, and I, the 3 Duendes.
What up,
wrote together.
Duendes?
What up, Duendes? If you're listening, love you guys.
Oh, they're this.
They better be. But we were in a band before when we first started playing together in a band called Larray.
Oh, okay.
And we had two other bandmates in there. We had a singer, Kyle, and then another guitar player named Max. And we wrote a song called Duende in that band. And it was really a composition between the 3 of us. We kind of just ended up writing that one mostly on our own accord. So we took it with us after we kind of split
You wrote
off.
a song on a Honda Accord?
We sure did.
Wow.
It's really the best platform.
I made love on a Honda Accord one time.
Did you?
You just went there.
Tell us about it, Dane.
Anyway, let's go back to the band thing.
Yes. So yeah.
Anyway, you write music?
Yeah. we write songs. Yeah. So we had a tough time trying to come up with the band name. We were like, what are we gonna call it? And I think one of us just suggested, hey, let's call us Duendes.
It's like, hey, Duende.
Yeah.
We should call it the Duendes.
So we're so original,
Who
guys.
the hell are you calling a Duende?
It seems to be a common element in bands in this town, though. Where it's like, what do you guys want to be called? That.
It's literally harder.
The first thing that comes to mind.
It's very tough.
Hey, man, how you digging that blood orange beer?
Dude, the Blood Orange Blonde by Anchor Brewing. Delicious.
No, it's one of those things where like I don't drink beer,
Mhm.
but I've always wanted to, but I don't really get into the taste. And well, I know. and I love rum.
We
I
pray for
love
your
dark
soul.
rums, man. And you know, Ryan and I are in a band, and Ryan brings these like super fancy beers all the time. Dare I say, the most hipster thing in the world. Like, dude, check out this new microbrew. You guys gotta taste it, bro.
The extra hoppy hazy.
This one's got double IPA, and it's infused with chocolate. You're
Real
like,
beer, I'm sure. Very
They
good
make
chance.
it. I've seen it.
oh
I've
no, yeah,
tasted it.
yeah, it's over at the beer cave.
Oh yeah.
But no, I had this blood orange beer that somebody brought over a long time ago, and I was like, I dug a few of them, and I was like, man, maybe I'll keep them in there in case anyone ever comes by that doesn't want like the normal, like, hey, you got Coors Light, bud.
Good choice. Yeah.
There's
No, it's
nothing
very
wrong
good.
with those beers.
No, there's nothing wrong with those beers, Matt.
After a certain point,
yeah,
correct?
after a certain point. No, hell, that's how we start the Friday night. I'll take whatever's cheap. What do you got?
Take my money.
Yep.
I can buy twice as much as your super hip beer.
So while you're drinking your microbrew, yes, I got 24 for $10.
Man has a point. He does.
Hey, I would like to talk for a minute about. I had just talked about it earlier before you got here. I saw somebody drinking King Cobra the other night.
Oh yes. I do believe I know who that was.
Is that your new fancy microbrew?
You're like, I am so hipster. I go the complete opposite way, and it's malt liquor only.
Man, look at this cool microbrew. It's old
You want to
English.
talk about drinking cheap, Matt?
Oh,
my
God.
wonderful girlfriend Lacey decided to try and turn me on to King Cobra, and my palate is just
Too refined.
so advanced. It will not. But I respect that she digs them. So
You're like, hey, you know, if you're gonna be a drunk, at least be a cheap drunk, right?
yes, it did the job. I
Oh God, yeah. I used to. It was like one Mickey 40 would make me woozy, and two would put me down for the night.
down for the count.
Oh my gosh, malt liquor and me. Woo.
We used to play that horrible game with Mickey's 40s. And
what, Mickey 40 hands?
yeah, no, it was Edward and 40 hands, man. Oh, God.
Edward 40 hands.
Which was fine. Like, you could pretty much get that first one down. That second one was going to make you gag.
Dude.
And by the time you had to pee, you were just like,
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, I need
the
help.
Game of Kings.
Everyone would just be looking at you. Just go in the bottle.
Now
and
that's a duende.
I
Yes.
one day.
I have a problem here, guys. Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah, it blew my mind. I was like, oh man, please pour some out for your homies. you
We
can't,
did
you
around
can't
that.
drink a 40 or I think it was a 32, but it looks like a 40.
Yeah, she had a 32 and then followed up with a 40.
Oh,
It was-
fantastic.
she-
Hey, good on you. Good on you.
She was a
anybody
trooper
out there
that
drinking
night.
malt liquor. You are more punk than I.
It's
I'll pour the
100% of
whole
our
thing
fan
out.
base.
I got a lot of homies. I poured the whole thing out.
You're like, pop, go, just all on the street.
I love you guys.
And I hate this beer.
My bad, Mr. Phoenix.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Anyway, so I've been trying beers.
Yes.
I'm not super fan of it still, but there is a couple I can sort of tolerate now. So
You got a longboard?
right now I'm drinking a longboard Island
Yes.
Lager.
Lager.
Lajure.
What do you think, my friend? What do you
Drinkable?
That's that's a good start. You
Yeah.
know?
That's how the addiction starts.
That's all you can ask for.
You know what? You know what's great?
It tastes. Yeah, the first one tastes all right. I guess. Yeah. Fucking 4 kegs later.
That actually back to speaking of drinkability, in the Dinophilia song we just played, there's a line in there where I once upon a time said Keystone was drinkable, and they took me
You were young,
to
it's
my
okay.
grave with it. Yeah, so
That's why the band broke up.
Yeah, I
Couldn't agree on beer to buy for the
It
night.
was so far before, like, it is one mistake. How could I?
Yeah.
You're
Not the worst.
Yeah,
That's not
right.
the worst.
and it wasn't even
There's
that he said it was good. He was like, hey, Keystone's all right.
I said Keystone's totally drinkable, and then no, it's not.
No. So, I'm actually a rum enthusiast. I like really dark rums, and you know, it's more sugar based. All that, well, it's sugar mainly, but I can't find people that are really into rum. Everybody around here's into whiskey and scotch, and
Yep.
Because rum is for the pussy pirates.
The double P's.
No.
Well, yar,
No,
matey.
I think the problem is rum, and you can counter this, but rum is everybody's introduction to hard liquor.
That is
At an early age,
Oh,
it
no,
was rum
mine-
and really?
Mine
Not
was
yours?
mine was brandy slush.
Oh, that's
wow.
Wait,
My mom made this. She would always every Christmas she would make this giant bowl of brandy slush,
Ooh.
and
she call it Rice Krispies.
well, you know how like people are saying like flavored cigarettes gets kids hooked.
Right.
Brandy slush gets kids hooked. Holy crap!
I can imagine.
My brother
This
and I
is
used
delicious.
to drink the crap out of that stuff. That and margaritas. So really, it was like tequila and brandy is what
Right.
I got into. Well, I'm not into drinking, but you know, like that's what really kind of kicked it off. Where I was like, we never really had rum around the house. My stepdad drank bourbon.
Right.
You know, it was like a big gallon of Jim Beam always hanging around.
Right.
But as far as rum went, nobody ever had the rum. I mean, occasionally you'd see a Captain Morgan bottle. So,
Oh.
that's the keystone of rum.
Yeah.
I would-
Yes.
Now,
And Bacardi.
oh God, I jumped
yeah.
on that. I jumped on that kick when it was like tattoo rum. Do you
Yeah.
remember that? Because
Oh,
I have a
yeah.
bunch of tattoos, and I was like, ooh,
Oh,
I have
yeah.
tattoos. Tattoo rum's gonna be even better.
What
was
was
that?
that Sailor Jerry?
Jerry, yeah, that-
No, that was it was Captain Morgan brand.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
No.
And I remember because I was like, after a while, I was like, oh.
I am not the
This is
captain.
the worst, man. This
I am
is
not the
not
captain
even
now.
drinkable.
I got to the point where I'd look at the like Bacardi logo and it
Yeah.
just make you want to freaking vomit.
And I'm not a fan of the
I-
Bacardi. I've never been a lot of times like at the bars they'll put Bacardi and stuff, and it's always the light stuff.
Right.
I like dark
Mhm.
rum, and so my choices were really like Admiral Nelson.
Yeah, there
If
you
you're
go.
if you're in a pinch
Yeah.
and really need some rum,
Yeah.
you know that's the old $6 bottle.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I always preferred Sam's Choice.
oh yeah.
What about rum flavored rum?
Yeah. What is this?
Yes. What am I drinking?
And then I got and then I did the Captain Morgan for a while, and then I was like, okay, this is kind of a good standard
Right.
when you're young.
Great
Yeah, I was
mixer,
probably
yeah.
like 21, 22 at the time
Mhm.
because I would never drink before that.
No, never.
And and then eventually around that time, probably 22, 23, Sailor Jerry became pretty big, and the flavor was so much better than Captain Morgan in my opinion. And I can't go back to it now. Like I tried going back to Morgan once in a while. I'm like, ugh. And it's just, I don't know if it's, and of course, like, okay, Sailor Jerry was a tattoo artist, and that was probably the initial sell on it. I was like, oh, cool. Like I know who Sailor Jerry is.
This guy's still fucking alive.
He's got some
Hey,
tattoos.
you know what? I'm glad he's out there making rum.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good for him.
He's put his passion
And-
to another.
And I know it was just a name, but you know, and I kind of gravitated towards it because of that. But the flavor was good enough to where it was like, yeah, this is gonna stick.
Right.
And so now that's really my preference. And then recently I bought a $60 bottle of rum.
Ooh,
It was like
moving up,
Ron
dude.
Zapataya.
You are moving up.
that's top dollar.
And my buddy Mac and I drank it all in one night.
Oh.
What a great night that was. I'll play you guys a track from that night. It was
Yes.
really cool. We recorded this really awesome song that I love that he does.
Oh, that's
But he was up visiting for a week and I hadn't seen him in 17 years. So hey, fuck it.
What's
Gotta
up,
bite the
Captain
bullet,
Morgan?
man.
I was like, so
What?
whenever you want to pay me, you
I'm
know,
going
like
home.
that $30
Yeah.
of rum you drank.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
whenever, you know.
Yes.
But yeah, that was kind of like my whole thing is I love rum and it's I don't even like it straight. Like even the nice stuff, I'm like, yeah, it's okay, but I'm no enthusiast like hardcore liquor head or whatever they call themselves.
I love, I do, like you said, I love me a craft brew, but like you mentioned also, I'm a big Scotch fan too.
Oh,
So yeah, it's my
Like tape.
Scotch tape. I prefer duct.
I cannot get enough Scotch tape.
Paid the man
Single
his
malt,
money.
double malt.
Double. Extra
God.
ply.
Man, so you started on Scotch?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, well, actually, I learned. Well, my friend Jason, my other Jason in the I have two Jasons. All right, I have Jason in Duendes, and I have Jason in Dinophilia.
Thank
Jason,
God,
in,
he explains that.
so many Jasons. My Jason in Dinophilia, we lived together in Los Angeles for about a year and a half, and our thing was Scotch and playing FIFA
Yep.
on Xbox.
Oh, great.
dude,
On
it
what,
was-
Super Nintendo or?
No, on that Xbox.
Oh,
know.
I was a big Super Nintendo
It's like
FIFA fan.
FIFA 96.
And
Yep, got the
Madden
World Cup
98.
edition.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
So I played a lot of NHL. It was like 96,
Nice.
but that was on Sega.
I just keep going back to my Nintendo days, man, because like
Dude,
I was
yeah.
like, man, Blades of Steel was fucking awesome. And,
Yeah. These kids nowadays, they
I know.
have no goddamn clue.
my amazing Gradius reference.
That was a good reference.
Oh,
man. That's a good
jeez.
game.
Deep cuts tonight. Deep cuts. Mainly in my heart.
Fucking depressing.
Oh.
That's depressing.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
also there's the whole pirate thing to rum, and I was like,
That
"What
is
is the
true.
rum gun?"
Yeah.
I'm Johnny Depp.
He single-handedly sold so much rum.
Yep.
Oh,
with
easily
that
from
film.
that one line.
That's all you need.
Oh,
Johnny
Lord.
Depp.
He was drunk that entire series.
Who
I don't
wasn't?
think
You,
That's a good
you
point.
had to be.
I watched them all, kind of.
we should go to Disneyland. Let's go right now.
Dead man tell no tales.
Oh God, I used to love that ride, man.
Yeah.
Way before, dude, I liked it way before the movie, bro.
Yeah. I think that was
Dude, I
mostly
used to
it.
listen to Dinophilia back in the day, and then we would go to Disneyland.
originally P, bro?
Oh,
Maybe
dude,
only
so,
2 in existence now.
so you're in 2 bands at once.
Yes.
Is it tough to like manage your time between those? Because I'm in one band and it's hard. I mean, arguably 2, but the other one is just me, stroking my ego more than anything,
Yeah, it can.
which
be.
actually has been paying off lately.
What?
As opposed to- Anyway,
But yeah, it can be. I know we practice quite a bit in Duendes, throughout the week, and it can take its toll. But like, that's
like you're at the
really-
point where you guys are renting your own space and,
Yes.
and really
Right.
putting the effort out there. You have a couple albums out.
we've got our main LP, Weekend Demons, out right now, and we did a tape called Besides One, which ended up being a jam tape that we did ourselves. Kind of
It's-
did dip our toe in the DIY, like make your own shit. type
How'd that
thing.
work out for you?
Pretty great. Yeah,
That's fucking awesome.
It was a lot of fun. It was actually, that was just an experiment we wanted to do because it was our first out of town show. We were going down to play at this venue called the Beatnik Bandito in Santa Ana. It's this record store, really tiny ass spot, and friends of ours down there invited us to come play. His band was releasing an album, so we're like, hey, we should come up with some shit because we didn't have any merch at that point. So we
Oh, dude, I'm all about merch.
know you we know you got the merch front, man.
If you guys don't know, like my band Dog, or Ryan and I's band Dog, when we had our first show, I said, "Hey guys, it'll be funny because we're kind of we're a joke band, really. Like we're a cover band. We're kind of taking it a little more seriously now. But at the time, it was like, hey, let's get together, play some stupid songs,
Yep.
join a show, like have a good time." And I said, dude, it'd be hilarious if we're the only punk band that's like super corporate-y. And like, so between every song, we were like, make sure you go buy some merch. And it
guys.
just like keep bringing it up like until everyone's uncomfortable
We
with
still
it.
have merch left. Why are you not over there?
This fucking asshole. I asked for a sticker.
Yeah.
I was like, I need a sticker for my project. He's like, that'll be $7.99. Right at the front. But
Look, man, there's a lot of overhead involved in that.
what?
I had to pay
High-quality
myself to
stickers.
design it and all this other stuff, man. So, but yeah, it was
Serious overhead.
my merch game is on point, man. Like for our first show, like we didn't even have a show yet, and we had all these fans, and I was like,
Buying
dude,
merch.
we gotta get shirts. And then I know a guy that does this package deal. It was like we had shirts. We sold 48 shirts, and we got stickers and patches. And then we got commemorative lighters. We bought 25 commemorative lighters for the show. Like I was like, yes.
We still got a couple of those dog Wendas.
And it was all super inexpensive. Like we paid $400 for it, and we made about 360 back.
$6.99 for this fucking sticker.
Hey kids, do you like money?
Hell no.
Start a cover band.
Start a cover band in Ridgecrest, California.
Sell the merch.
Your merch guy.
Oh, you know, it'd be awesome though is if you canceled the first show, like you do
Sorry,
that whole
guys.
merch game,
Yeah.
and then just be like, oh man,
Guys,
something. You just gave me a great idea.
Fantastic.
You guys want to hear my new band?
Just pre-sell all the merch.
Yep.
Oh, just don't show.
So now we're talking about changing the band name every year so we can put out new merch each
See,
year.
that's
There
great.
you go.
Yeah.
You gotta keep them
Keep
guessing.
them fresh, man. It's got to be a surprise.
Oh shit, cat's out of the bag.
That should be your next band name.
Ooh, cat's out of the bag.
CAT.
CAT. We're doing the whole, house pet family.
Oh, love it, dude.
When you get to rodent.
I know.
Oh, dude.
R.A.T.
Oh, there was that band, right? Rat.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Ugh. And the Eagles. Yeah.
The Eagles.
The Eagles.
I told you I hate the fucking Eagles, man.
Yeah, but those guys are rich for life.
Well, you know what? The Eagles covered Old
Most of
55, a Tom Waits cover, and I was like,
a great song.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Right.
And then everybody knows Hotel California.
Yep.
Yeah.
New
kid in town.
This is amazing. I think that, and it just happened recently. I remember reading an article that is now the number one
Yes.
most selling record ever.
That's
over
right.
over the Beatles.
Mhm.
It is the
Wow.
Eagles, and it was
Past
their
Michael
greatest hits,
Jackson.
right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
I don't even think it was called the greatest
Holy
hits. I think it was
cow.
just called the Eagles.
The Hell Freezes Over tour. or something.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who would have thought, man?
Dang, man.
They really were a super group.
Yeah.
Hey, so
Yeah.
you saw Love and War last week with
sure
me.
did, man.
We went to the 1933 Club in Bakersfield
Mhm.
and got tinnitus together.
Yeah, it was great. I ended up shooting some footage for them. Yeah, they made a promo video.
Hey,
And,
what's up, guys?
What's up, guys? What up, guys? What's up, guys?
Guys, what's up?
Guys, literally, what's up? No, it was a lot of fun. I know those guys were really psyched when they got it because that was their second or third show. Yeah, there was their
Third show. We opened for them for
Mhm.
their first show
Yes, we did.
after selling out all our merch.
Oh, hell yeah.
Of course,
Oh,
right?
of course.
And then,
We had to.
and then they played. That was their first show, and they played a couple since. Well, they played
Mhm.
one since, right?
Yeah, it was that and the Ridgecrest Music Festival.
Yep.
Right.
They played with us.
Mhm.
And then Alien Ant Farm.
Yes,
Yeah.
somehow.
God damn.
Well, so we're playing our second show here in October.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
So one more, and then Alien Ant Farm.
yeah, that's all you got.
I mean, if that's the way we're gonna roll,
Or share.
It helps. I mean, they're an
it's better than getting
band,
stuck
yeah.
with the shillelagh. Just kidding. We want to play with you
I
guys.
love you, Shalulus.
The shenanigans.
We're open. You ask any of us anytime. We're all open. We're just like, sure. Let's play.
Oh, dude, like
We
that
all
was
like to
one of the
play.
coolest things ever when I got to play shipping up to Boston with the
That was fun.
shillelaghs, man.
That was a good night.
That was so cool.
So much fun. Like I can't wait to do it again.
That show was.
I'm gonna do it again.
You should.
I will. You'll see.
Just gonna come up.
Hint.
Hey, bro, I'll trade you.
So
Hey guys, we're ready.
I'll trade you $18 worth of merch.
I do have some dog patches still if you want one.
God.
Those are priceless.
Oh God, I can't even give those away. I was throwing them out at the show, like while the other bands were playing.
Oh, man.
Everybody loves free merchandise. I'm throwing out these dog patches. Half of them ended up on the floor.
Mm.
I was like, really, guys?
Oh.
Come on, man.
No, man,
Ironically, the audience was dyslexic and they kept reading as God.
They're like,
God, it's the God Man.
Not-
Shoving this shit down my throat.
not for me.
It's actually funny because I'm in the process of moving and I was cleaning out my stuff. I found the old Dinophilia patches that we made because Stephanie, our bass player, she would screen print and she screen printed some Dinophilia patches. Got a few worth nothing. Really.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm interested. I'm interested now.
I need some of that.
After
Yes.
listening to Michael Ceratops, the Ballad of Michael
Ceratops,
Ceratops.
my friend.
That is
Mhm.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude, I can't think of a funnier name than Michael Ceratops. Like that is gold, comedic gold.
It was a great gift. that
Holy
my buddies
cow.
gave to me.
My
Yes.
God.
That band was
Once
a lot of
in a
fun.
millennial.
Yeah. Yes.
Millennial?
Once in a
I can't freaking talk tonight. It's all this Longboard Island lager.
It's such a heavy beer.
Ooh.
4.5% there.
Holy crap.
It's no Mickey's.
Woo!
No, it's not many.
That's awesome with your song titles though.
Yeah.
Because you could watch the first like 10 seconds of Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Shooter. Shooter.
What are some of the other names that you guys had?
Well, we had Carnivore was another song that we wrote. It's kind of typical, just alt rock stuff. But we made a music video for a song called Master Rex, and that's about the struggles a Tyrannosaurus Rex has with masturbating due to the tiny
arms.
Yeah.
I can imagine the music video.
It's
I have no
It's
words
like-
for that.
Do you remember those big blow up, vinyl? What were they? The big
Yeah.
Godzilla figure. I'll just put 2 of those in a video and record it for 4
Pretty
minutes.
much, man. We shot some green screen stuff. Our buddy Zach, he shot us just doing some performance stuff and like gyrating our genitals and like,
Oh my god!
and then just
Is this a music video?
what are we shooting?
Oh no! Oh, I thought you meant before the shoot.
Yeah. And then he did some animation on it. It ended up turning out pretty badass.
That's
Check
awesome.
it out. Check it
So
out.
you went to film classes or school?
Actually, I started doing it when I was, I think, honestly, in middle school, man. Like, I was back in the day when I would shoot on just a hand cam and then throw it in the VCR, hit play, record,
Oh,
hit
yeah.
pause.
Yep.
Like,
Oh wow!
rudimentary ass editing. Yeah, that was
We-
when I started.
We did the same thing growing up. We stop motion.
Yep.
Where it was pause, and then you would move the action figure, and then you would. There was no editing software, because,
Right,
So you
exactly.
literally just had to watch this movie where it was like one 5-second sequence that took 4 hours to make.
He moves like an inch full. Yeah. Like in one frame.
I gotta say, like that with stop motion stuff, because I dabbled a little bit. When you're in Iraq, you have plenty of time.
Mm.
So 12-hour day, and you're just sitting there watching a computer screen.
Right.
Mm.
After a while, you're like, yeah, let's make a stop motion movie.
There you go. Yeah.
so I came up with so this friend of mine, Ali Powers, over in England. He is a great musician and a really funny dude. And when I was visiting him, he came up with this little song, and I have on video. And there was an orange on the table, and he started spinning it around, and he was like, "Orange on the run, orange on the run," and it was just kind of a quick little joke. And then I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a stop motion video of Orange on the Run. It's gonna be a whole
Nice.
movie trailer. There's gonna be like all these like insane like scenes that you would see in a movie, right?
Heck
So
yeah.
so there was like the sex scene with the orange and the banana where both their peels come off, and like out of nowhere a condom just gets over like the banana. And then there was like
yeah.
there was
shit.
we had a can of tuna that snorted a line of blow, and but it was sugar. It was
It's
sugar.
hardcore, man.
So we went from dinophilia to foodophilia.
Pretty much.
No, it's a little more harmless than you think, but it
Seth
was.
Rogen owes you some money for sausage parties.
Oh, I agree. And then there was like a bunch of like creamers were chasing the orange at one point. Like it was like they were the cops, and he was like running away from them.
Run, it's the cream.
I feel like I've ruined the whole trailer. I'll have to find it
Yeah, man,
and
I'd
put
love
it
to
up.
see that.
It's been
That's rad.
it's not fantastic, but
Mm.
it's funny.
We love our early stuff because I mean we made do with what we had. you
Yeah.
know,
It was sheer boredom.
Mhm.
And that's how half the fun stuff, creativity process
Exactly.
starts.
Yes.
I'm bored. What do you want to do? Let's make a movie.
Movie, literally what we said. I think with the
And
kids
and
around
so
the block.
so
And
you and
that's
some
how-
other people shot a Duendes video, right?
Yes, we did actually. Yeah, it was that was back when we were a 4-piece. Our friend Devin was with us as a singer. We shot a video for the title track, Duende. And a friend of mine, Nathan Newman, helped me out. What it do, Nathan?
I'm in a pseudo band with him called Nad's Explosion.
I really want to hear some more. of your
Anyway,
tracks.
let's move on. Let's move on.
Yes, but we we had we shot a video at the Pinnacles, and
How original.
I know.
Who hasn't shot some?
Me.
You know,
You should
Je-
try it, man.
I
You know,
Barely
Jeff
need to get
Welsh
out there.
from Dreaming Elf Music shot some stuff out there.
Lance
Him
Choir.
and
Yeah.
David Cheshire and a
Mhm.
couple other people.
Dude,
Wow.
man, like intense solos on the Pinnacles. Like it was pretty
Shout out,
sweet.
David. What up?
What up? We
I know he's
love
like, I don't listen to that.
It's no.
this. I just recorded.
Oh.
No, but yeah, it was fun. I mean, we shot that like, oh my gosh, I think it was in March, but it's still so hot that the guys for some reason wore jackets in the video, so we had to write in a scene for them like to strip down, like because they're like,
Right.
it's so hot, we can't.
Like you get the shot of them like wiping their brows.
The sweat in slow mo. Yeah. So we're hoping to do some more because that was holy shit, that was 3 years ago. So yeah, we're really trying to think of some more ideas to do. I mean, we did a small, well, I self-shot a video for 2 tracks off of Weekend Demons called Mezzo and Sahara.
You were in a tunnel or something. Right?
Yeah, actually, yeah, there's the Burrow Schmidt tunnel.
Oh.
And that's out here in the high desert.
Mhm, out here in the high desert.
Have you
right
ever
off
walked
of,
that?
oh
I've
my
never
gosh.
been there.
A
I've
mile
only-
and a half of
So-
just.
I didn't think it was gonna bug me, and I think we got like, I don't know, but
Yep.
what I thought was half a mile in, but
Yeah.
it was probably only 20 feet. And I was like, well,
No, and you go, yeah, you walk in, and then you turn back, and you see that light getting
Yep.
smaller.
And it's a mile and a half man-made tunnel through a mountain.
Mhm.
That is insane. Yeah, it's near here.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's right off of the 14. Yeah, it's
Wow.
inland a little bit, but
Yeah.
it literally takes you through the mountain across to Garlock, I believe. Yeah.
Did you do the whole? You went all the way through it
Mm-hmm.
and back?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, and the cool thing about that was at that time when we were shooting, I had no plans to shoot that at all, even. But when we came out, the entire landscape was fog. It was
Wow.
the thickest fog I've ever seen in the desert.
I remember
and-
that day.
well, at least you didn't film the entire thing inside the tunnel.
Exactly. That would be a
Is it
boring
dark?
video.
Is there
Why is
lights?
it all- why is it just black video?
I know, right? The light goes away very quickly because I mean, it's. I would say, how tall would you say it would be? I mean, it's like 10 feet, maybe
Yeah.
8 to 10 feet.
Yep.
And it's trippy.
Yeah, no, that sounds wild, man.
Yeah. It's
Very cool.
Yeah, check it out if you can.
Well, hey, I wanna play a song from your guys' album Weekend Demons.
Yeah.
This is a song called "Do." Is there anything you want to say about it, or?
Well, I will say, yeah, this was one actually also from Luray that we started playing, and it was called Part 2 because it was after our song RC8, and we had a jam just called Part 2, and it kind of developed from there. I originally didn't want this to be on the album. I'll let this be known, but I think my guys know enough too. But I originally didn't want it to be on the album because I always thought it'd be a cool live staple because it's mostly a jam song. But then we structured it to a song, and I honestly think it's one of the strongest tracks on there. So it's
Agreed. Here, let's check it out.
just bam.
Yeah, he's getting some on there. Holy crap!
Get it, boy.
And so, did you said you recorded all this in one take?
Actually, yeah, this one we might have done 2 takes.
I mean, but you guys were all playing at the same
Yes,
time.
yeah. We yeah, we did this one. I think this one was 2. We did all live in the room. We recorded this one at it's a place called the Atomic Garden in Oakland. Actually, he moved it now. It was in Palo Alto. He had just opened up a new studio in Oakland. But Jack Shirley, our guy, he recorded this live to tape. We did it all in the same room. It was kind of intense, tracking pretty much the whole record in one day. Yeah, I finished my drums in about 6 hours. It was a lot of fun.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because I remember some people were asking around like how, because we've been a band for about 4 years now, and it took us kind of that long to be like, hey, let's write these songs and practice the ever-loving shit out of them so that we can kind of go up there and just let it out. And that's basically what it was. It was like an exodus. Like, it was just sweet release.
I was gonna say this is not just, hey, give me a 4/4 beat and let's do this.
Right.
This is like intricate. Like we're doing changes at certain times. You're doing crazy drum rolls in there. He's working the wah pedal. It's super bass heavy.
Right.
And for a 3-piece band, you guys fill a whole room, man. Like,
thanks, man.
it is super, like, it's not even the music that I'm into. I really enjoy, like, I can appreciate as a musician what you guys are doing out there.
Yeah.
And I hate practice. No, I love going to practice, but I hate practicing on my own. I hate, I couldn't do it 4 or 5 days a week. That'd be pretty rough.
And it really is. I mean, it's a lot of fun, but it really is work. I mean, there's certain days where we're like, yeah, we could totally, just call it. But like, honestly, when we get there and start working, on different songs, it just disappears. It's so much fun. Yeah, like creating these songs has been, my main focus really for a while now. It's been so much fun. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Very
Thanks,
cool
guys.
stuff, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
appreciate that.
That is
it's just a solid, like,
that is organic. So you guys said you did that. That's the second take?
Yeah, that was I think that was the second take. Yeah, we actually, when we were recording, I think we tracked, let's see. Yeah, we brought 2 of them up with us. We brought Sahara and Mezzo. We tracked 8 songs that day, and we had 2 takes for each of them, but we did Kappa in 1. So Kappa was first 1 take only, and I do remember that. And I know Mr. Danish has an affinity for a certain Kappa track.
So Kappa for me, every time they're on stage, I scream, play Kappa, and it's not because I like the song. It's because I love the intro. It grabs me, and it is shut up. And it is just so there's something so compelling, and like it almost is like a lot of Flog and Molly type songs start with where they're hitting the outer edge. What is that? The
rim shot, yeah.
Rim and a kick.
And it's like and I've always loved that feel. It's almost like it reminds me of a different time, kind of thing. And that's the thing here. I'm gonna play the intro to Kappa. I'm gonna skip it a little bit because it's like a slow intro. But about a minute and a half in, check this out. That was it right there too. So it's kind of like this slow swells going on. They're grabbing you. Sorry guys, I'm not playing the whole song. We don't have a lot of time. I love that.
This song still gets me, man. I'll never forget being in the booth,
It's that whole intro is just so cool to me. So yeah, I just love that.
Awesome.
It's like it's so. There's just something that it's one of those songs that's like energy driven but still chill somehow.
Yeah.
Where you're like, wow, he's really, because I watched Ryan play it, and it's like he's going to town, man. He's really rocking out there, but the song's still super chill.
Yep.
And it's just there's something so dynamic and fun about that song. Well, not fun, but it's like
totally. Yeah.
Musically intriguing to me.
Mhm.
And I just, dude, I love that song.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I remember when we
Until you start actually playing the song, and then
I know,
not so much.
That's the intro is the part. Yeah.
No, as soon as you're done,
totally.
I'm walking out. I'm
No,
just like,
and I mean,
it doesn't get better than that.
Hey, bro, you want a sticker?
I'm already selling. But yeah, I mean, I remember when we first started, like, even practicing that one, like, I was like, that's something, just it's those 3 notes, and then in the booth, I'll never forget even like hearing Jason sing those lyrics. Like it choked me up a little bit, man. Like, cause that's a really personal song to him. And like, it's something that's been a main memory of that recording session for me, just because I feel like that song, I love all of our songs, like everything we've done, but like,
They're all your children, man.
Yeah, exactly. But that one I feel like stands higher above. Like it's more important than us, I think,
Right.
so
Ooh.
yeah.
well spoken.
Thank you.
Hey,
So, I
Matt,
mean-
what cover song do you do that you really feel?
We do a kick-ass version of Wagon Wheel.
That is kick ass, man. Yeah.
It's got it meant a lot to Darius Rucker and the other 25 bands who covered them.
I think Sheryl
guys-
Crow cover it once.
Play that
Why
shit,
not,
man.
I'm sure she did. I wouldn't. Yeah, wouldn't phase me.
Oh my gosh, Wagon Wheel. What a great song.
I know.
That is a dope
The other songs.
Have you ever played it more than once in a night?
Um,
Not at practice, but for a show.
no.
You should do it at the fair because people are going to be cycling through. They're going to want to keep hearing Wagon
Yeah.
Wheel, man.
So
like once an hour.
Yeah.
At least.
So
oh,
our-
dude, half hour on the half
we
hour.
have
Well,
this
that's true.
we have this joke, and we know how many people like that song, and we've talked about this before. How many people come out for that one song, and it's insane because you're just like, oh,
Dude, okay, so like Axl Rose wants to play all his new stuff, the Chinese democracy stuff,
right.
but he knows you're going to need November Rain.
Well, and that's great, but
And I'm
Wagon
sure he's
Wheel-
tired of it.
Oh, so our guitar player, he was one day a funny sick joke, and we're asking like, "Hey, it's your turn to make the set list," and he sends this thing, and it's an multi effects processor, and on the side of it, it was Wagon Wheel 30 times. It's like, yeah, that is it in a nutshell.
Oh,
all we
there
got.
we go.
Yeah,
Hope you like Wagon Wheel.
yeah. We're 20 seconds into the first song, and I'm like, don't they play that one really good cover?
I thought they were doing that good song.
I thought they were doing that one song.
waiting
Wagon
for
Wheel.
it.
Yeah.
What
holding
is
out.
one of the favorite songs that you guys do, though?
Collectively as a band,
Yeah.
there's this band called Sir Reg, and it's called End of the Line. But I think the structure of that song complements everybody in the band because it's one of the fastest songs we do, but I think the range and the natural dynamic of everybody playing in that song just sounds fucking perfect. And it's just one of those songs where it is so fun to play. And not a lot of people know that band because they're not an American band, but it's just perfect to us. It's one of the funnest, fastest songs to play. And all we hear at the end of it is Finn's Wagon Wheel. Cater to your crowds.
wagon wheel
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
You know, for our band, we've decided we're going to start doing some originals. We're going to keep doing covers because it's fun for us and it's our set, so we can do whatever we want. But we do want to start throwing in some more originals. Ryan needs to sort of step that up, but he's busy with the duendes all the time. And it's cool, whatever.
I guess so.
but we have one original now, and I got a second one on deck, and we're really talking about how much fun it is to do the original songs because there's no like predetermined thing that's there already. We can change it any way we want.
Right.
We don't have to go by, I wrote a song and it was like, here guys, this is how I play it, but you guys do your parts however you want, as long as it's still kind of copacetic. We lay the structure down and then the rest kind of comes out.
Right.
And it's funny, because I started, both my bands, even before Dog, were original bands.
Yeah.
So covers were always kind of unique to me, because I'm like, we've dabbled in a few of them. I think Duendes has done maybe 4 or 5.
You guys did a Nirvana cover that
we
was
did
really
do,
cool.
yeah, Nirvana cover.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, that was fun. So learn them, when they, it's just usually a lot of times we're like, well, do we want to spend time working on a cover or should we keep writing another, an original?
Right.
It's cool to add in a couple covers, really at any given moment,
Right.
because it ties the audience in to be like, oh, I know this song. And then
Or
bam.
it's something that maybe you really felt.
Yes.
And you want to do your version of it, which is
Yes.
also really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's so stupid to say this, but there's this song by NoFX that we do called Please Play This Song on the Radio. And it's not a super well-known song of theirs, but it's one that I've always thought was comedically genius.
Yes.
A song about writing a song.
Mhm.
And it's there's one part in there that nobody ever catches that cracks me up every time I sing it. Because nobody's really paying attention to the words, too
Yeah.
often. And so, usually you have a rhyme scheme, right?
Right.
And so it says, normally the line would be, every line is sung on time, every verse is in a rhyme. but he says rim. and it just cracks me up so much, and like nobody catches it, and it's just like it's almost frustrating because I'm like trying not to laugh every time I sing it, and I'm like, you guys don't even know. But it's such a good song, and we completely tear it up. It's we do our version of it, but it is nothing like the real one.
Something that's been fun with Dog has been honestly being able to sing backup with you guys. Like that's been a real added bonus to be able to just
Fun to branch
scream
out.
along.
Well, it's cool to see a drummer singing along too.
Mhm.
You
Yep.
know,
Yeah.
Nino, our old drummer, was really, really good at that.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was- I mean, he's a natural singer.
Yeah.
But, he could always do that. And I struggle playing 4 freaking chords.
Right.
It's like, there's too many bumps in there.
See, and that's the best part about the punk beats, because then I can just not go on autopilot by any means, but like I have more facilities to, just
it's
scream my
definitely
dick off.
less technical than what we played earlier.
Right.
But it is still give you still have that flair,
Oh yeah.
which is kind of cool because you still get that whole like,
Right.
I'm gonna duende this out for a quick second, and then it goes back to like punk beat.
I gotta try throwing those little things.
Like in the middle of a song, all of a sudden he's playing Kappa.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, what?
What just happened?
I always Kappa you if you ever want.
Oh yeah, it's I make him play it all the time. It's my goal to learn it and play it for the duendes someday. With you, we're gonna have 2 drum sets. Mine will be mine will be electronic.
We'll have to open
It'll
up
be the
next
kid
talk
electronic
set.
one from Walmart.
Pre-recorded
Right.
on synth pads.
He's like,
We're just gonna give you this trigger.
I have the MIDI pad and I just hit play.
I know, it just triggers it. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's so funny.
Good times.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave
Good
just stroked out.
God.
Danish.
So-
He's in the house.
You all right, bro?
yeah. I did have an article I wanted to read earlier. I actually meant to do it quite a while ago, but this
We're
is
just having too much gosh darn fun here.
it was too ridiculous not to pull up, if I could find it again, of course. So okay, this was this is so stupid, dude. So there's a Zafar, the sexually frustrated dolphin, shut down a beach in France. And I couldn't not bring it up because it was too funny when I read it, man. It says a sexually frustrated dolphin has closed down a beach in Western France. It's a 10-foot long bottlenose dolphin named Zafar. It started off as a friendly attraction in the Bay of Brest. According to the Telegraph, the Bay had become
Yeah, there you go.
the Bay had become the dolphins' hangout of choice for the last couple months. And he would amuse people on boats by playing around with them and let swimmers hold onto his fin and swim with him.
Oh,
So that's what they call it these days.
Dolphin is preferred.
And then it says the dolphin developed a habit of rubbing up against people
Oh no.
and boats,
Oh God.
and a sign he may be in search of sex. And they actually had to
ISOS.
they actually had to rescue a woman. The dolphin would not let her leave and get back to land.
Wow. That should have been the sequel to Flipper.
I can see it now.
Dude, I read that and I was like, what the hell is going on? And then I was like,
Fucking
damn,
France,
nature,
man.
you're scary.
Oh man.
Damn, nature, you scary.
I was like, what would I have done, man? I've seen Jaws, but this is like a little bit different.
I know, you don't expect it from the
But
dolphin.
Jaws doesn't usually want to hump you, you know.
Yeah.
It's-
Or did he?
Maybe-
Did he?
oh,
That's all he really wanted.
You know, if you really
He's in
watch
search
the
of-
movies, that is
in
the
search.
undertone of the whole thing, right? There's this huge Richard Dreyfuss Jaws sexual tension that you can feel
Yeah.
the entire time.
Gonna need a bigger boat.
Oh, I see. Now I know what that really meant.
With a bigger bed and captain's quarters.
Where's my poop deck?
That's why he was so adamant about getting on that boat. I gotta get to it.
I gotta get to it.
Oh, dear God. Oh,
a
dude.
whole different way.
Oh, Flipper has just gone awry, man. Leave it to the French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it
Some weird
takes.
shit there.
All right, Ryan, you're a cinephile, right?
Yes.
You love movies.
Major cinephile.
Give me like your top few movies you've seen lately.
Yeah, I've been Haven't really seen a lot of movies lately. I've been seriously slacking, but I will say I did catch Mrs. Doubtfire at the theater, Ridgecrest Cinemas.
That's so funny because
Yeah.
the movie I was gonna say was also a throwback.
That throwback series is really great. I honestly think it's been really great, for movie going.
So we only have one theater in town, right?
Yeah.
And so we really are kind of limited in our options.
Very limited. Very.
And it's not an IMAX theater,
Mhm.
and it's one of those like, well, we hope they can get it. I know they didn't get Super Troopers because it was like a limited run,
Correct,
limited
yeah,
release.
right.
They didn't have like huge distributors.
Mhm.
But they started being able to get like older stuff, and they're doing like some Halloween ones. So they're getting like not even that old, like Corpse Bride, and I think they're
Well,
getting
they have Psycho,
Psycho.
and then also The Exorcist is going to be screening.
Super
too.
cool.
Like the
That's-
original,
the
Psycho,
original.
not
Yeah.
the
not the
Vince
Gus
Vaughn,
Van Sant, Vince
Vince
Vaughn.
Vaughn remake.
I think it's less expensive for them to get those older ones.
Mhm.
I'm assuming we're gonna
The
have them in here
licensing.
someday so we can talk to them.
Yeah, man,
That's awesome.
That'd be really cool.
But mine was like Willy Wonka. I went and saw Willy
Oh,
Wonka again, and so Primus did a cover of all the songs off of Willy Wonka, and I was like, oh, it kind of like rejuvenated my love for the movie from when I was a kid.
Mhm.
And so when I went, I knew all the words of the song again. I was like, yay!
That's so cool.
And so yeah, like Willy Wonka was my most recent like one that I really enjoyed seeing. I also went and saw Grease again because my girlfriend made me.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I was singing.
I
all
was
the
singing
songs.
this right.
It's right after I saw Jaws.
I know, guys. We saw Jaws.
Look, man, I put the bump in the bop, shoe bop, shoe bop. That's all I'm saying.
Shabaggity bang bang.
But like,
Yeah.
what kind of movies like really compelled you to like where you see them and you're like, you know what,
Mhm.
I would love to make, cinematography like that. Just being a person that loves certain shots or something.
Yeah,
like that.
honestly, it kind of comes from
Please say Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin.
Well, you already said Mrs. Doubtfire.
I know.
What?
Have
Well
you seen the
shot.
shots?
So well
of
what
that?
shot,
movie
yeah.
compels you to be a woman?
Those San Francisco streets, man.
Right? Yes. Yeah. Well, I think about a lot of, when it comes down to it, when I was first starting to get into film, like I would always try and learn the director. And I'm like, okay, I would always follow certain directors like, Scorsese or Spielberg or any of those,
Right.
The heavy hitters. But then it got to a point where you start tracking cinematographers, and then I watched like Tree of Life very recently. That was a good one. Just the style of that film. Emmanuel Lubezki shot that, and I really, really vibe with his style. Just
I'll have to check that
he's
out.
yeah, he's very good. Like, he also shot Gravity and The Revenant, and Oscar winners right there. Yeah. So it becomes certain just that visual look, and
I
that's
really get into the Guillermo del Toro stuff. I
Mhm.
love his use of like different angles, and I love how beautiful his movies tend to look.
yeah.
But there was, and it sounds so stupid because it's an action movie, but Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh yeah.
So they took like 2 years to film the damn thing.
Right.
And it
And-
shows. Holy
and
shit.
it's like- And he argued and tried to get it because it's his vision, right?
Mhm.
I forget his name, George something.
George
Oh
Romero.
yeah, no. God, why am I blanking here?
George Miller.
George Miller. Yeah,
Is that it?
yeah.
Anyway, he wanted it to be a black and white film.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a tough sell, man, especially for a blockbuster movie like that. So they said no.
Wow.
But if you look, they went and shot most of it out in Australia and New Zealand area. And I'm not even the biggest fan of the Mad Max movies, but the vision he had, I guess all the actors were super pissed with him. They thought it was just a waste of their time that's a long time to wrap up an actor,
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And the end result is one of the most beautiful cuts I've ever seen a movie
So
be.
breathtaking.
And like just the shots they did, whoever did the colorizing for it did an
Mhm.
amazing
I know, the
fucking
colors
job.
pop, and they eventually did release the black and white
They
version.
did release it,
Mhm.
and I have watched it, and I
Mhm.
own it.
Wow.
Do you think it holds up? Like, it's a different
I-
feel for sure. Yeah.
It it's a different feel. But for me, it was like that coloring of the. It was like the red and orange desert scenes, and like when the fire, what are they, like the powder firework things go off, like those really like stood out in my mind. I think it's because I saw it in 3D when I saw it too, so it was like, oh, it was right there in front of my face.
Yeah.
But the black and white version was still really cool, and the story's not bad. It doesn't have a huge arc, but it's a good movie still. Yeah. I'll watch it any day of the week, and unless I'm trying to sleep, because that thing is pretty action packed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different feel, obviously, with color and black and white. I'm pretty sure. I think it was Orson Welles. He said it's black and white tells the truth.
Right.
So in color, it's like you have the distraction of the color, but like with black and white, you get down to the nitty gritty details.
But that was like Spielberg with Schindler's List.
Yep.
That small use of color to the entire movie.
One of the most powerful parts. Yeah. It's like, that was very calculated. And
well, actually, what was kind of interesting about the black and white thing is when I started getting into photography back in high school, we had film cameras back then. And so I had a Pentax K1000 that the school let me basically check out and do whatever I want with for a year.
So cool.
And actually 2 years. They let me keep it all summer too. I was young, so it was like film is expensive. It was, I forget how much it was. It was like $8-9 for a roll.
Yeah. And then to develop it and wait that long.
But if you bought,
I want my pictures now.
He ended up resulting to a fucking banana peeling itself, chasing an orange. Oh shit.
Yeah. And so it turned into like, okay, well, if I'm going to be shooting a lot of film, I need to find a cheaper way to do this.
Yes.
And more often than not, like I only had like $4 or $5, so you could get really cheap was the black and white film. So I constantly bought the black and white film.
Yep, the 100 speed. Yeah, like
and I went on this school trip to Washington D.C. for a week during George Bush Jr.'s inauguration and all that, and I took all these amazing photos, like amazing for a kid. That didn't know. Well, I didn't know what I was doing. They were just like, here's a camera. I mean, for a kid that had no training, I shot what I thought were pretty decent photos.
Well, because you were able to teach yourself pretty much.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, so I always kind of had the eye, I guess, and I didn't know how to use the tool.
Yes.
So I was kind of able to sort of piece together whatever I could and make it work. But
I'm telling you, man, the old cameras are the best way to learn because everything's manual. It's like if you can get it done here, then you can get it done on anything.
And so I was working with that, and now when I shoot pictures, a lot of times I do try to I'll take the saturation all the way down because I want to see that it ingrained something in me when I was younger where I was like, I really want to see the purity of it.
Right.
I love color and stuff like that, but I'd much rather there's something so soulful from the black and white, cinema or film.
Yeah.
And I have an Instagram page that I don't really pimp out too much, but it's called Lack of Saturation or Lack of Sat. And I'll usually, if I take a nice photo, I'll usually post that somewhere on my personal page, and then I'll go boost. You can actually boost the contrast up quite a bit and the structure and in black and white because it'll show a little bit more.
Yeah.
Whereas the color, it'll kind of blur it out or make it not so great.
It's interesting too for you to shoot a photo in color, but think about it in the black and white realm. And then you'll post it up on the Lackasat. Yeah, like that's really.
Oh, so you've seen you're following both,
right? Yeah, I'm rocking both because it's always cool to see that in the same, especially like if they're really close by to each other. You scroll down, it's got the color one, and like, oh man, the black and white, and like sometimes, I'll prefer the color, sometimes the black and white. It just depends. I mean, on the subject, and you as the artist, it's like that's obviously your choice. That's part of your arsenal. So.
Oh yeah, what do you got that's black and white, man?
Yeah, man.
I'm really into panda bears.
Got a couple pictures of some crazy dolphins in France. guys want to see what?
With extra long wieners.
I think they have cloacas.
You want to see? You want to see it? $6.99, bro. $6.99.
I gotta earn that back. This dog sticker's expensive, man.
Oh man, Ryan, it's been great having you on the podcast.
Thank you
Thanks
very
for
much,
showing up,
brothers.
man.
It's been a pleasure.
Let's plug your show one more time before we go.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got September 29th, The Study, Hollywood Boulevard. Be there. Tickets are $10. Please buy. We would love you.
It's like in Wayne's World 2 when he's like, there's still plenty of tickets.
There's so many tickets.
All of them, actually.
Yes. We have plenty.
Cool.
Come see us.
So make sure you guys go see the Duendes out in Hollywood. I know late October, you and I got a show together.
Yes, sir.
We got Mr. Matt Wadley's got shows. We are just musicking it up.
Gonna
When's
be a
your show?
while,
Yours is the
man.
29th.
It's 29th.
Rock the Relay.
busy-
Rock the relay
day.
too. Yeah.
Oh man, like yeah, and then 6 Feet Over is going to be out at Big Shots
Yep.
over in Palmdale or
You
Lancaster.
could literally go 2.5 hours in any direction, and you're gonna run into somebody from Ridgecrest playing music.
Hell yeah,
branching out,
dude!
guys.
Love it, man. Love it. Thanks for coming on again,
Thank you, guys.
Ryan Smith, Mr. Matt Wadley.
Leads.
Leave it to the French.
Shebangity bang bang, you know.